All right, let's talk some Niners here. You're watching the 49ers Report. My name is Chase Sr., and as always, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, thank you so much for making today's show a part of your day. Coming up, bold predictions. I'm going to bring the heat and fire with some of my Niners bold predictions going into the 2025 season. And when I was putting this show together, I was just looking ahead to September, the start of the 2025 NFL season, thinking to myself, I cannot wait for the return of Niners football. Are you ready? Get hyped up. Are you excited for Niners football to be back? If that's the case, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video right now. Without further ado, let's hop right in. Bold prediction number one. Quarterback Brock Purdy rebounds after a lackluster 2024 season, and Purdy finishes top 5 in MVP voting. During that uber-efficient 2023 season, when the Niners made it to the Super Bowl, helped partially by Brock Purdy, he finished top 5 in MVP voting that year. And I think this year, Purdy has the contract done. He's not feeling the pressure. He's not pressing. He's not overthinking things like he admitted to doing last year. I think he plays free football and his best football. And it's another year in this system. I think there's going to be more continuity on the offensive side of the ball. And I think we're going to see Purdy play just a clean brand of really efficient, impressive ball. He throws for over 30 touchdowns. He keeps the ball out of harm's way. The Niners win double-digit games, and that goes a long way in helping him be an MVP candidate. And if the Niners can go from 6-11 to, say, 11-6, that's my prediction for this year, and Purdy plays really well, I think that he will be in the MVP conversation. Bold prediction number two. Purdy has been working all offseason alongside Ricky Pearsall. They're tight toward the end of last year. We saw Pearsall start to show some flashes. He has so much ability. Quick area burst, good route running, footwork, really reliable hands. He can line up inside. He can line up outside. He has this explosive ability where in the open field, he can turn on the afterburners and take it to the house. I also think that he can play and perform well in the red zone. And with Brandon Ayuk coming back off that knee injury, we're not sure when he's going to come back. And so if Pearsall can stay healthy, I think that he has a very productive year, a career year, and he goes over 1,000 yards. Bold prediction number three. I am a little bit worried about Christian McCaffrey's health going into 2025. Look, he has missed 10 or more games in 3 of the last 5 years. And so chances are he could miss some games in 2025. I also think the Niners know that they have to manage McCaffrey's workload a little bit more. With that, I think Isaac Guerendo rushes for more than 750 yards. I think this Niners offense will be productive. It's a great running scheme led by Shanahan. And Guerendo last year almost ran for 500 yards as a rookie. He's 220 pounds. He runs a 4.3. He only had one college start, right? And so he's still a little bit raw. Last year, you saw that because he went the wrong way. He didn't hit the right hole. But as he got more carries, the game started to slow down. And I think he makes a big leap going from year 1 to year 2. Bold prediction number 4. For the second time in his career, and it's a career that I think is going to end in Canton as a Hall of Famer, George Kittle this season will have double-digit touchdowns. He did it back a couple of years ago. I think he does it again. He had 11 in 2022 because he caught fire toward the end of the year. I think he has double-digit touchdowns again here in 2025. Bold prediction number 5. In a contract year, Jennings, like Ricky Pearsall, goes over 1,000 yards. So you're going to see Pearsall and Jennings both go over 1,000 yards. That's going to help lead to Brock Purdy finishing top 5 in MVP voting. Last year, Jennings was so close to getting to 1,000 yards. But remember what happened in the regular season finale? He got ejected because he was too physical with his blocking. And so that kept him from getting to that famed milestone. This year, in a contract year, he's looking to secure a bag. We already know he has a really good on-field camaraderie with Brock Purdy. I think Jennings breaks out once again and goes over 1,000 yards. Bold prediction number 6. At right guard, Dominic Puni, who had the 6th highest overall Pro Football Focus grade for guards last year, becomes a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro. His numbers last year in year one, having never really played right guard because he was more of a left guard and a tackle in college, were noteworthy. And I think that with another year of experience, he truly becomes a dominant player. And other people start to take note of what he's doing. Purdy becoming a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro. I do want to ask you, what is your bold prediction that you're most confident? One bold prediction that you think will ring true here in 2025. Share it with me down in the comment section. I'm always looking. These Faithful to the Bay Niners shirts, by the way, are on sale for just $18. If you want to get some gear for the upcoming 2025 campaign, get them now. Chatsports.com/faithful shirt. You use that link. It takes you to Fanatics. Fanatics will know that we sent you. You can rep the Niners, support the show, and get some awesome gear. Bold prediction number 7. Nick Bosa has at least 15 sacks in 2025. He hasn't come close to the 18 and a half sacks that he had when he won Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. I think a big reason for that, he hasn't had a lot of support to help him along that defensive line. He's getting double-teamed and chipped all the time, but I think the Niners' defensive line is much better than it's been over the last couple of years, especially with some of this young talent, the acquisition of Bryce Huff, and Nick Bosa. His Pro Football Focus grades have been top 5 over the last few years. But this year, I think that results in more sacks, which is obviously that sexy statistic that everybody looks for edge rushers. Speaking of edge rushers, let's stay there. Bold prediction number 8, Bryce Huff records 8 to 10 sacks. Reunites with Robert Saleh. I think he's a great scheme fit. I think he's a really good complement to Nick Bosa, especially in that NASCAR package where he can pin his ears back, get after the quarterback. He was in a 3-4 last year. Didn't fit. He knew it right away, what he told Brad Graham of SF Niners. But in this 4-3, in this wide 9, where he had 67 pressures and 10 sacks 2 years ago, I think he gets back to playing like that, and Huff records 8 to 10 sacks. Bold prediction number 9, rookie Mykel Williams, who the Niners took with the 11th overall pick, records at least 7 sacks as a rookie. He has NFL play strength already. I really like the NFL-ready body. He's going to be really good against the run. I know that his pass rush plan and his pass rush moves need some fine-tuning and development, but I think Chris Kosarek and Robert Saleh are going to help to bring that out in Mykel Williams, and he'll be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year for that rookie spot, or should I say Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. Bold prediction number 10. Look, Deommodore Lenoir has given up 1 touchdown in coverage the last 3 years. I think he's one of the most underrated corners in the game. This year, people finally realize how special of a player who he is. And people start to take note of the player that we've known him to be the last couple of years. And Deommodore Lenoir gets nationwide, national attention, finally becomes a Pro Bowl player. Because last year, I thought he played at that level. He'll continue to do that. Bold prediction number 11. Fred Warner becomes the first middle linebacker. We're talking off-ball linebacker, not outside linebacker in a 3-4. That's an edge rusher. He becomes the first off-ball middle linebacker since 2015 to win Defensive Player of the Year. Luke Kuechly was the last player to do it at that middle linebacker spot. And in this generation, man, Luke Kuechly, Fred Warner, who would you take? It's really neck and neck. If Fred Warner can win that award, I think that really stamps it officially for him to become a Hall of Famer. Last year, I thought, before that ankle injury in Week 4, he was off to that type of start where he could have been Defensive Player of the Year, especially with Aiden Hutchinson suffering that broken leg. Then his play tailed off a little bit because he was playing on a damn broken ankle. He's healthy. He's still young. He's in his prime. Fred Warner wins Defensive Player of the Year in 2025. Bold prediction number 12. For as much success as Kyle Shanahan has had, he has never won NFL Coach of the Year. That ends this year. He wins it because the Niners reversed their record from 6-11 to 11-6, and they become a Super Bowl contender. And if they do that year over year, Shanahan will deserve a lot of credit, especially if this offense is performing very well, which partially takes me to our next bold prediction here, number 13 on the count. I think the Niners finish top 15 in offense defense, and special teams. And I know some of you might say, well, I hope they're top 15 offense. I'm saying in all three phases of the game, they are a top 15 offense, defense, and special teams. I think this offense rebounds. They were number 4 overall offense last year, despite being the second most injured offensive unit in 2024. So they rebound on offense. Robert Saleh improves the defense dramatically. Brant Boyer improves the special teams unit by a lot. And so if they're top 15 in all three phases, they're going to be a legitimate squad. Bold prediction number 14. Some of you might say, oh, no, Chase. No, don't do it. Jake Moody starts and ends the year as San Francisco's kicker, and he kicks well. I know it's bold. That's the point of the segment. But Jake Moody going to be in a Niner uniform from start to finish, and he's going to kick pretty well for San Francisco. Still never used a third-round pick on a kicker, by the way. Bold prediction number 15. This is the last one. Look, I'm going to say that the Niners win at least one playoff game. Obviously, I want them to do better than that. For them to be the Super Bowl 60 hosts at Levi's Stadium and to play in that game, it would be incredible. They would be the third team ever to do that, to play in a Super Bowl at their own stadium. The Rams did it most recently when they won that Super Bowl in 2021. But look, they won 6 games last year. They lost 7 of their final 8. They could start 5 rookies on the defensive side of the ball. So maybe I'm tempering expectations a little bit. But to win at least one playoff game after going 6-11 and having the 11th overall pick, that would be a really solid season. I'm saying they win at least one, and I think they will be Super Bowl contenders this year. Be sure to give me a follow on X and Instagram. You can find me over there at Chase_Senior. I'm always talking Niners here on YouTube. I'm always talking Niners over there as well.